Everyone deserves the right to experience the benefits that paid employment can bring. Yet, only around 5%, that's 1 in 20, of adults with a learning disability in England are in paid work. In Leicester, we want to challenge and to change this statistic. We want to broaden the employment opportunities available for our young people as part of their transition from school or from college. One of my pledges is for a fair city, and I believe economic growth must be enjoyed by all residents. By supporting more young people and adults who have disabilities into paid work, we'll see more of them achieving better outcomes, such as improved health and well-being, a sense of purpose, and making a positive contribution to the economy. So I invite you to watch this video, which shares some really encouraging stories from young people, from their employers and from their families. It gives a true sense of what can be achieved, and we want to see more of this.
My thoughts about work were pretty simple. I wanted to go to work. I didn't fancy going to college. So my job involves cleaning endoscopes. So after procedures, they'll come back to us and then we decontaminate them, ready for the next patient. I got a lot of help when I first started. The team here were wonderful. Everyone couldn't fault them.
When Tyler first started, it was really exciting for us. He came in very shy at first. He soon settled into the team. He's been a great asset to the team, and he's very good at what he does. So yeah, it's been great. Settled in straight away.
But he came to us as a young, shy individual, didn't really know what he wanted out of life. And I know you've already seen Tyler this week. He is the most enthusiastic, bubbly, encouraging member of the team. He's not special. He's not singled out as somebody. He's part of the team and the team see him like that.
It's transformed him. He's gone from like a daft kid almost to a man, an adult, and it's wonderful to see. Over the years that I've known Tyler, I was very, very concerned as to where he'd end up, what he'd end up doing. I'm absolutely thrilled as the fact that he has embraced work. He's made some fantastic friends. They're very supportive of him at the NHS. And I couldn't be more pleased for him in what he's achieved.
So when I did the work experience at Gateway, we were going around fixing computers. They showed me how to re-image a computer. For a straight up year, just before I got this job, I was applying for around 20 jobs every day for a straight up year. And then whenever I got responses, most people were just like, we don't take on people with disabilities, or I just wouldn't hear back from them at all. Eventually the position just got offered to me as a casual person that comes in. I wasn't under contract or anything. I worked for around 6 months to a year. Eventually they started advertising for the job, so I applied for it, and eventually I got it. I think my family are happy because once I left college and I got a job, my family felt proud, but I think I shocked them when I ended up being an IT technician.
The main challenges that we had with Rittik really was, he was very, very enthusiastic and still is very enthusiastic. It's going from the educational world into the working world, and that transitional process of what is expected and what is required. We had to make sure we explained things very well to Rittik, so he made sure he did everything as it needs to be. So that was the main challenge really, which it was a challenge, but it wasn't a great challenge. You know, we just had to be a little bit more mindful.
Hi, I'm Eleanor Boswell. I work at Collab Creation and I've been here for just under 1.5 years. I'm predominantly a video editor, but I also do content creation. So I had graduated from uni. I had been job searching and my dad came to me and went, can I do like a LinkedIn post to help you find a job? So the transition to get to know the environment helped with being part-time first before going into full-time. Obviously, it was a little bit difficult to get into full-time work because I'd never done it before. In regards to my autism Sensory-wise, I may struggle a little bit with my hearing and not maintaining eye contact very well. So I might need you to repeat things for me. And also, I needed to make sure that any brief that was given to me needed to be filled with detail. It's just gained my confidence, and it's kind of gave me that feeling like I'm meant to be here. This is the right thing for me to be here in this moment.
The main change that Eleanor's brought is one that we've looked at the process in a bit more of a detailed, systematic approach. So actually the kind of creative storytelling of video production has become a bit more scientific because of the way that she thinks. And that's been really interesting, and I enjoy that. And being dyslexic myself, I quite like looking at the world in a different way. The key, which I found, is communication and being open and asking lots of questions and creating a safe environment that people can then express when boundaries have been maybe crossed or you didn't even know that they exist.
My name is Umaima Dakri. I'm a wheelchair user and I'm a mental health recovery worker at Turning Point. Yeah, so I've obviously been looking for jobs for a really long time, but I always find it so difficult because employers would always ask me how I could do the job as a wheelchair user, and I always would get questions during the interview process. So I was really excited and pleased to start my job at Turning Point. I've always been interested in mental health, so to have a job that's kind of within mental health and supporting people and making a difference has been a great honour and something that I've been looking forward to doing.
So my name's Antonia. I'm Operations Manager for the Leicester, Leicestershire and Rutland Crisis Service. I'm also MEMA line manager. I recruited the MEMA when we interviewed for the role of helpline recovery worker at our mental health central access point. So the mental health central access point is partnered with the NHS, with Turning Point, and we take calls all across Leicester, Leicestershire and Rutland. I think she's the same as any other member of the team. She just brings a huge amount of positivity, and I think it's helped educate staff on diversity and inclusivity as well. So it's a great benefit for our team, and she's an incredibly good employee who we're very proud of and very pleased to have working for Turning Point.
Since she's started, it's really given her a sense of purpose. She feels independent financially, and also she feels that she's doing something worthwhile helping people, which is something that was always really important to her. I think all parents have certain aspirations for their children, and for me as a father, one that she's achieved academically, she's found employment, but more importantly, the fact that it's not just about working, it's about giving something back and helping those who are coming behind her, other people with disabilities, and the fact that she's really taken that on. And even though she hates this word, I think she's been an inspiration for many other disabled people and their families as they're going through the process.
The young people that we've had have a massive impact on our workforce and the staff around them. So from all grades of staff, and it's a delight. I walk into the unit and they've integrated into the teams really, really well. And we're learning from the guys as well. So they very much prompt us on a day-to-day basis. They're very enthusiastic with the work that they're doing. And they bring in such a positive light into the workforce for us.
If you straight away put someone in a box and make a presumption that they need to be treated in a certain way, they generally will act in that way. And that's where I kind of see within the education sector is that we've got a long way to come with actually changing that mindset that people who are SEND students aren't all the same. No one's the same. That's what makes humanity interesting. And I think we should treat people with respect, and we should treat people with integrity so they can express themselves.
The advice I'd give to other employers recruiting people with learning difficulties is start from there. Don't try and slot it into what you do, make it a part of what you do. It fundamentally has to be something you want to do. It has to be something that is at the root of what you do. And then it's easy because you gear up to that. You make the right allowances. You look at people as people. Whereas if you try to slot it into an existing structure, it may work, but it's never going to be as seamless. It's never going to be as natural.
I encourage other organisations or employers to think about employing young people with additional needs, because during my time on this project, I felt that those young people are committed, and their commitment levels start straight from home, not only when they get into work. I found they organise themselves, they're punctual, and they, due to the nature of their disabilities, they don't like change. For our young people, we find that change brings anxiety. So bearing that in mind, once they have learnt the job and they had mastered the tasks, they will fulfil that. And there is very little chance of them leaving that job, because they aspire to their day-to-day duties.